Hi, I'm Becky Streepy from Glue and Glitter, and today we are going to make savory, delicious roasted cherry tomato pasta. Y'all, this pasta dish is super easy to make. It's so much easier than making pasta sauce from scratch. All you have to do is toss those cherry tomatoes into the oven with just a few other simple ingredients, and while they are roasting, you can make your pasta, beans, and spinach. I even have a trick that you can use to save yourself some time and energy cooking that spinach and bean part of the dish. Grab yourself a 9 by 12 inch baking pan and add 2 pints of cherry tomatoes, a half a cup of fresh basil, 4 cloves of minced garlic, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. If you can't find balsamic vinegar right now, or you just don't have any and don't have time to go get some, you can use rice vinegar or lemon juice for the acidity in this recipe. It's going to have a little bit of a different flavor, but it will still be super delicious. Toss the tomatoes together with the oil, vinegar, basil, and garlic, and then put the pan in the oven at 400, and you're going to bake these for 30 to 40 minutes. I know that a 10-minute variation in cooking time is kind of a lot, but cherry tomatoes can vary in size quite a bit, so smaller ones, or if you're using grape tomatoes, they'll take 30 minutes to cook, but something larger like the ones I'm using will take 35 or 40 minutes, so just keep checking in on them every couple minutes between 30 and 40 to see if they're done. Your tomatoes are done cooking when they have burst open and you've got some juicy sauce at the bottom and then these beautiful split open tomatoes sitting on top. You can use any kind of pasta that you like for this recipe. I'm using angel hair in this video. I like angel hair because it cooks so quickly, but you could also use spaghetti or fettuccine. If you don't like a long noodle, you could use something like a penne. Pretty much any pasta that you have in the pantry will work for this recipe. Get a pot of water on the stove to boil, and then you're going to cook your pasta according to package directions, but don't add the pasta to the pan yet. First, you're going to add a drained can of Great Northern beans. If you don't have any kind of white beans available, that's totally fine too. You could use kidney beans, you could use chickpeas. Pretty much any bean is going to work well. Maybe not black beans or pinto, but pretty much anything else. This recipe is quite flexible. You could even leave the beans out if you want. I just like that it makes it kind of a hearty one-pot situation. So cook the beans and pasta according to the pasta's package directions. And while those are cooking, grab your colander and put 8 cups of fresh spinach in there. When the pasta is al dente, take the pan off the stove and then pour the pasta and beans and hot water right over the spinach in the colander. That boiling water, along with the hot pasta and beans, will cook the spinach for you without any extra work on your part. You can even get in there with a spoon and kind of toss it together. That'll help kind of distribute the heat and make sure that your spinach wilts evenly. Now all that you need to do is wait for your roasted tomatoes to be finished. When they are done, transfer the pasta, bean, spinach mixture into the same pan with the roasted tomatoes and gently toss those together to get the pasta really well coated in all of those tomatoey juices and distribute the spinach and beans evenly throughout the dish. And that's it, you're ready to serve. I hope that this video has answered all of your questions about how to make roasted cherry tomato pasta. If you have any questions that I didn't address in the video, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!